All right, I'm going to put together a little bit of a, here's what we'll do. We'll fence a 3-touch bout against our opponent here, and I'll put together some footwork for you to help you up, get 3 touches against us. Okay? So here we go, on guard. So route around the strip. The first thing we're going to do is, when the director says fence, we're going to maneuver this guy around, and we're going to get him in a position where he's vulnerable enough where we can attack him and hit him. Okay? So here we go, advance. Well, first we got to move around a little bit to find out what kind of fencer we have. And retreat, and advance, nice, and retreat, good, and 2 advances, and 2 retreats. Notice the guy's taking pretty good distance. He's keeping a good distance on you, so you've got somebody who's a fairly good fencer. You know, he's not just standing there doing it. Right? So we're going to have to kind of like trick him a little bit, right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a double advance. Go ahead, we'll push him a little bit, okay? And retreat. What he's doing now, he's into your pattern, he's following you. And make another retreat, and he follows. So this time we make a double advance. And we know it's nice and close. We're close enough to probably hit this guy. So we make a lunge. Hey, we scored a touch. All right, back on guard. And now we're ahead, 1-0. Ooh, that's always good. Nice to get ahead of the bout. Right. So we go back on guard. The red director's all right, on guard, ready. Say fence. So we retreat. Retreat. Advance. Retreat. Here's this tricky one, but this is kind of a tactical thing here. We make a slow advance. Go ahead, make a slow advance. Ooh, and we notice the guy moved. If we made a lunge right now, we couldn't hit him because he's still out of distance. So we retreat. And he follows. He goes back to where he was, kind of like So you make another slow advance. Oh, he moved again. You notice he moved. Can't make a lunge and hit him. He's still too far away, right? So we retreat again. We're trying to get this guy to stand still. So the next time, we make another slow advance. And as we're making that slow advance, we notice he hasn't moved. Back foot comes all the way forward. There we go. And he's still in position right there. But now he's close enough to lunge and hit him. So we just made that advance, and I'll make that lunge and hit him. All right, now you got another touchdown. So not only do you know kind of like how, but now you know when a little bit, right? It's kind of like in the successive classes they take you through when you how you have to lunge, right? Okay, so that was pretty good. So now we're ahead 2-0, right? So we need this one last touch to win this bout. Only fence in a 3-touch bout instead of 5. So here we go. Back on guard, right? So here we go. Advance. Ooh, and retreat. And advance. Nice. And retreat. And how about this one? And a double advance, right? Whoa, push a little bit, right? And retreat. And make another small retreat. And he's following you down the strip, and he's, you're making him very relaxed, right? Because if you pushed him and got in the guy's face, he gets tense and he's ready to go. But instead, you're making these retreats and he's relaxed and he thinks he's going to follow you down the strip and he's just waiting right now and he's thinking a little bit. Good time to attack somebody when they're thinking, right? So instead of making a full retreat this time, what you do is you make that little half step back. Right. And I see that foot move and I say, oh, he's going backwards. I can make a full advance. So all of a sudden I make this big step here and now where am I? I'm vulnerable enough to somebody to make a lunge and hit me. Go for it. Boom. And you lunge and you nail me. And there we go. You just won that bout on that. So I used the footwork in a way to cause a trap, right? I pushed you in. I pushed you away, and I pulled you in. I pushed you away, and I pulled you in. And I pushed you away, and I faked going backwards. And I went like this, and you thought I was going to retreat. And as you started to step forward, I was going this way. You walked away with my blade, and I got a touch on it. So now we won that bout 3-0. Or it was your 5th touch. It was nice. You go and you shake hands. When you're done, you take your mask off again. You salute your opponent again, just like we did before we started the bout. Right? Shake hands with your opponent, then you go sit down and wait till your name is called and you go out. So that was pretty good. What do you got left here? All right, we got some time. So here's what we're going to practice today a little bit. In lieu of putting the weapons in our hands, which we're going to do next week, which is always the fun thing to do. Tomorrow, in fact, nobody's doing anything tomorrow, and then I'm not going to say it's going to be high-level fencing, but there is a high school varsity men's team foil meet at Chaminade High School in West Hills, which is actually pretty close. So we've got 3 of our kids that are going to go down there. They're going to be